Hello, my loves. Welcome back to Soul Love. I'm Mafalda, and in this video, I want to talk a little bit about the awakened, unawakened twin and the divine feminine and the divine masculine. I just recorded the previous video, but like I mentioned, I am so inspired that I want to keep going. I am in flow, divinely guided to share my wisdom. And so we're on a roll today. So in some of my previous videos, I did a little mini series on the energetics of the journey, and I was proposing a new model where instead of talking about the awakened twin as the divine feminine always and the unawakened twin as the divine masculine always, we could just separate those terms to allow for awakened twins that are divine masculines. And I was still downloading that information, and I didn't have the exact clarity and insight to be able to come on here and say that, in fact, I do feel like that model is a useful way to look at the journey, because it is true that more often than not, the divine feminine is the awakened twin that ends up chasing, that ends up pushing their energy onto the other twin. And the divine masculine is the unawakened twin. And when I say unawakened, I mean unawakened to the connection. They go into a slumber and they go further into the 3D. So unawakened could also be the 3D or the matrix twin, the twin that must learn their lessons in the 3D. So usually that twin is the divine masculine. However, there are cases in which that is reversed. So I have come across twins that the divine masculine was the awakened one, the one that became aware that they were a twin and started to look for information and became the leading twin, the one that's leading spiritually, the one that's leading in the 5D. And the divine feminine would be initially unawakened to the connection, or at some point unawakened to the connection, and the one operating more so in the 3D. And these would be the chaser and the runner. So the chaser, or the push twin, or according to my model, the north twin, can be the divine masculine or the divine feminine, but is usually the divine feminine. And the same goes for the unawakened 3D twin that, according to my model, would be the south twin. So the one that responds, the one that follows suit, would usually be the divine masculine. But again, this is sometimes reversed. And the reason why I wanted to address this is that I wanted to give space for those who identify and, in fact, take on the divine masculine polarity within the divine union to be able to continue to identify as divine masculines and still be the awakened twin, the one that's operating more so in the 5D, that becomes more aware and that tends to chase, that tends to push. So the reason why I was mentioning or using this concept of the north and south twin is because if you take a moment to reflect on this, you'll see that it does fit the dynamic at a spiritual level. So the north twin, i.e. the 5D twin, operates in the higher 3 chakras in the spiritual realms and leads the connection spiritually. The south twin operates in the lower 3 chakras in the 3D, more so in the matrix, and responds to the leading twin. And we are quantumly entangled as twins. Therefore, if one leads, the other one ultimately follows suit. And this is at an energetic level. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this concept, this model, this way of seeing the energetic dynamic between twins. And I hope that this will be of use and of service to some divine masculines that may be watching this channel or other channels, but are the awakened twin and don't really relate to being the divine feminine within the divine union connection. And another reason why I wanted to speak to this is that so much of what twin flames are here to anchor on this planet is the divine blueprint for new earth relationships that are based in unconditional love. And so that really is a calling to embody your divine essence, whether that be your divine masculine or your divine feminine, depending on who you are at a soul level. And so this is determined at the point of split. One soul splits into two as it's coming down into this time-space matrix, as it's coming down to incarnate on Earth. And the way it splits is divine masculine, divine feminine. And you see, both twins must come into their full wholeness within, anchoring their inner masculine and inner feminine so that they can embody their divine masculine or divine feminine and operate as a unit with their twin, one being the masculine polarity and the other one being the feminine polarity, working together in unison. And you can see how that contributes to the rebalancing and recalibration of Earth's energy, because Earth has been so imbalanced, and this divinity that is present within each and every human, within each and every living being, has been not erased, but distorted. And so we are here to help restore that, and help restore the sacredness of union, the sacredness of relationships that, as you know, have become transactional and contractual and very much 3D based. And that is why they are falling apart. And we have very, very, very few examples of references or role models embodying what is a healthy union between two people. So it's of the utmost importance that twin flames come together. And in order for that to happen, we must come into our soul's truth, our soul's purpose. And as I was mentioning in the previous video, that entails remembering who we really are and is a complex process. Of course, I just mentioned that we do have to balance our inner masculine and feminine. At the same time, as monadic twins, it's not that simple, because there are so many layers of past life karma. Like I said, there are energies in place that are specifically there to keep twin flames from uniting. And so we've been going in these cycles, sometimes for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. Of course, it's going to differ from each twin couple, each pair of twins. It really depends how many lifetimes and what exactly happened in these lifetimes. We all have been through different trauma. Of course, there are waves and there are groups within the collective, but it is going to be unique and individual to your journey. And it is that baggage that you picked up along the way upon incarnating on Earth that needs to be sifted through and sorted through in order for you to come into a higher vibrational frequency and unite with your twin, but most importantly, unite with God, unite with the divine. All right, I hope this video was of use to you. I hope this was of service to you. Do let me know if you have any questions, if you'd like me to address any specific topics. I truly am here to be of service to this community in the most authentic way that I can, that I am able to. So I do offer myself and place myself here in service, completely in service. And if you do need one-to-one help, you also know where to find me. My details are below so that you can move along, not necessarily faster, but with more consciousness, more awareness of what is taking place and what is happening, because the implications of this journey are just so massive once you start to truly comprehend the magnitude of what's happening and of what you've been called into. All right, thank you so much. I wish you all a lovely, lovely day.